dietitian, and I am so grateful to be here today with my best friend. I'm visiting San Diego, and I thought that I would grab her because she's known me since I was in my second year of getting my master's degree in nutrition. So, which was 100 million years ago. So she's known me from when I was a little bit more overweight, and as I mean, this has been just a huge transformation for me, and a long process and journey in learning all the things that I do today that help me stay healthy and keep my weight off. So she has an interesting perspective on me and my life. She's come along on this journey with me, as everyone in my life does, because you just have to, because that's just part of being in my life. And I've dragged her through a few painful detoxes and resets and things, and like I talk about the diets that work and the diets that don't, and you know, pretty much they all don't.
Oh, they're painful. Sometimes very painful.
So, but she has learned a few valuable things, and I've learned a few valuable things. I'm going to share with you today my favorite tip that I learned solely from hanging out with Miss Rachel Inmon. And she's going to teach you today her favorite tip of all the years together, the most useful thing that she's come up with. So, do you want to go first? You want to talk a little bit?
Sure. I mean, I've known Rebecca. I feel like I've started this evolution with her, and yet I know that I didn't, because I didn't know her back in high school or college or all of that. But I think that when she got super serious about nutrition and about learning about it and wanting to make a difference in her life and everyone else's, that's when I met her. So the journey and the evolution has been amazing to not only watch but participate in. You know, she would bring this idea to me and try this with me, and oh gosh, I did some painful things with her. You know, this is what best friends do, right? So
be glad you're not my best friend.
But along the way, we've grown and we've shared a lot of things. Honestly, willingly, I've gone along because I need to be healthy and I need to be healthier. I have needed to be healthier. And so, you know, why not do it with somebody that is gonna,
she has
misery
to
loves company,
live
right?
A really, really long time.
One of the things that I've evolved into doing through this journey with her is I used to be a person who would, first of all, I never ate breakfast. I would have a big glass of orange juice and I wouldn't eat breakfast, or I wouldn't eat anything until lunch. My stomach was growling, I would be in meetings, it was horrible. So then I started, she says, you have to eat something, eat something. So then I started taking something in the car. I'm not a morning person, so I don't wake up extra early. I'm not gonna get up and make myself a gourmet breakfast. So I would grab a string cheese and a banana and a big old glass of orange juice still. Drink that before I brushed my teeth, eat the banana and the string cheese in the car. At least I had something in my stomach. That
Choose
evolved,
your battles.
Right. So that evolved into, maybe I shouldn't have the string cheese. Maybe I could have something better, to where I am now, which is I no longer do the big glass of orange juice. In fact, I haven't had a glass of orange juice in a long time. I do smoothies. And when I first started doing smoothies, I was just panicked because it took me a long time. I have to cut everything up every day. It took so long, I didn't have the time. And then I found a way, I got myself into a routine where I literally jam this Vitamix blender full of every possible thing pretty much that's in my refrigerator. I start with bananas, I throw in some apples, I throw in celery. Oh, there's some carrots, let's throw those in there. Frozen fruits, whether it's mango or strawberries or mixed berries, I throw in, oh, I got some blueberries, they'll go bad if I don't throw those in there. Do that, oh, I've got some acai or some pitaya frozen packets in the freezer, let's put that in there.
And I'll put a picture here of her Vitamix.
It's crazy, it literally is crazy, but what it does for me, and I top it all off with spinach or kale or both sometimes, it kind of depends. I never do the same thing. I don't have a recipe. I don't really follow. I just look in my refrigerator, think, oh, maybe I should throw those in. Those might go bad. Or
it's a great way to not waste food. Just use everything that's gonna maybe go bad.
Yeah, it's a great way. So,
or freeze the stuff that's gonna go bad and then throw it in the smoothie.
Which is where I've just kind of started evolving to now. But so I top it all off, and then I put some superfood powder, which has a whole bunch of things: matcha, hemp seed powder. What all does it have in there? It's crazy.
Oh, chia protein, pea protein. It's a vegan protein, beautiful mix of lovely things.
It's really good for you, let's put it that way. So I just pour a bunch of that in there, and I don't measure it, I just pour, and sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, sometimes it tastes terrible because I've mixed a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't really go together. And when that's the case, I just drop in about 5 or 6 drops of Young Living's essential oils, like in orange or tangerine or lemon or lime, something that tastes really good.
So that's a good tip. If it doesn't taste good, she just drops in some Young Living essential oil.
Vitality oils, and it changes the flavor. It's very, very potent little burst of yumminess.
So you never waste a whole big giant blender full of stuff. You can always tweak it at the end to make it taste good.
Tweak it and make it taste good. And so you'll see picture, I'm sure she'll post my crazy mix of stuff. It's literally coming out the top, it's heaping. And that makes enough for me for, let's see, what do? I recycle a lot. So I haven't had this stuff in a long time, but I always keep the jars. So pasta sauce and honey jars and anything that comes in a glass jar. So I would recycle those. So I have a whole bunch of those lined up. Don't know really what to do, but they're useful, so I keep them. So that's what I do. I pour those liquid smoothie in those jars, and I put them in the freezer. And I've gotten to the point where the heaping Vitamix full that I have now makes 4 of those. So I get 4 days out of 1 day's effort of making this stuff. And I pull it out the night before. If I pull it out too late, it'll still be icy in the morning. If I pull it out a little bit earlier and put it in the refrigerator, by the morning, it's back to smoothie and really, really good. It's delicious.
It's delicious.
And it's ready to go, literally like ready to go in the morning.
Grab and run.
Grab and run. And I've got all those great whole, fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables in my system. I don't need sugar, you don't need honey, you don't need any additives to it. It's very, very flavorful, really yummy, and I know that I'm doing my body good.
Yeah, when you see that picture that I put in there of all the love that's in that blender, starting your day, just packing your body full of nutrients, you kind of feel like, okay, well, whatever happens the rest of the day, at least I got all of that goodness in my body.
I started out on the right foot, right? So that's good. And that breakfast is supposed to be your best meal of the day.
Right.
So I now am starting my life out on a good foot every day.
Yeah. You're fasted, so your body's ready to just utilize some amazing nutrition. Mm-hmm. And do you find that starting your day with these super healthy things, I find that it helps me with cravings. Like if I eat I don't want to eat a terrible thing next.
Right. No, exactly. That's absolutely true. If I don't have the bad stuff in the morning, you kind of put it off, or maybe not even have it at all. You feel really good about what you put into your body. You don't have those cravings anymore. None of this stuff makes you crave anything that's bad. So I'm not hungry. So therefore I'm not craving anything. I know for me, this might be the same for some of you, but when I start craving sweets and I get that inkling for sugar, or mostly sugar for me, it really just means that my body is telling me you just need to eat a really good healthy meal. We want something really good, and sugar seems to be the fastest way to get something in you. And so my body says, give me sugar, and I know that's not really what it needs.
Yeah, awesome. That's such a good tip because it's so hard to take the time to make the smoothie in the morning, and this is just grab and go. And I watched her make one the other night. It was impressive, and it took probably 10 minutes.
Maybe
now
15,
she's got the hang of
most.
it, so she just kind of dumps it all in. But you can't mess it up is the main awesome part of it. You just put any fruit and vegetable in.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You may feel like, oh, I don't have a recipe. Well, I don't either. I just throw everything. Maybe you don't like everything. They don't come out necessarily the prettiest color, so just disregard the color. You have to go colorblind when you look at those. But they taste really good, really, really good for the most part. And those few times that they don't, then you just, if I put too much celery in or put too much who knows what powder stuff in, then I just use my essential oils and it brings it back to yummy.
Yes. So my tip is a quick one, and it's about Rachel and I. We used to go always, once a week, we just had our designated connect time, which is also a great tip if you have someone you love in your life. Life gets busy, right? So block out some fun time first. Block out some connect time. So we kind of had our date night, our friend night, always every week, once a week. And what we would do is we would go try new restaurants and go out to eat. We love food. And I always like to say we were getting fat and broke. So we decided.
And then we started clipping coupons to go out to eat. It's so funny.
So what we decided to do is actually meet to walk. So we would meet and walk the beautiful San Diego Bay and connect, and we would get our talk time, and instead of spending money and getting fatter, we would get in shape. So
exercise, fresh air, sunshine if it was in the daytime.
Just a reminder that social engagements don't always have to be sit and eat. They could be sit and tea, but they could also be move, like get together and walk.
Yeah, do something fun
do
together.
something active.
Right. It's amazing to have watched her evolution, but what I'm realizing is I've evolved as well hugely with her on this journey. So,
yay! And
I feel so much better, and I feel so much better. I feel like I know that I'm doing good things for my future, for me and my future. I'm getting older, and I'm not ready to go anytime soon. So I got to prolong this life as long as I can. When I get those fresh fruits and vegetables and I make a salad with all of the stuff in it, or I make my smoothies and there's so much of it, I am full. Like really, really full. Yeah. And I know that if I need to eat more and I eat more of that same stuff, I'm still not killing my body with terrible calories, with bad stuff, and so you're just really satiated. You really are, and it's a great feeling. It really is. It's amazing, quite honestly.
And when you are on this journey, it's kind of awesome that by osmosis, everyone around you starts to get healthier, and you don't have to be preachy or annoying about it, but they just learn. They watch you. What are you doing? You're looking good. You lost some weight. And then you share, and then everyone gets healthy together, and it's just pretty awesome to be the catalyst for that change in everyone you love.
Right.
Keep everyone around for longer.
Yes. I think one of the most amazing things is eating healthy, you can actually have really good flavors. It was a misnomer for me. I thought, eating healthy means it's going to taste terrible and I won't like it. That's just not true. It just is not true. There are some amazing, amazing recipes out there that are so delicious. I now start craving the healthy stuff. No longer the bad stuff. I crave the good stuff, and
if we can do it, you can.
If I can do it,
you can.
You can, truly.
So, hang out with me, sign up, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I check out my website, RebeccaTheDietitian.com. Find me on Facebook, Instagram. It's my life's purpose to help everyone figure this out and to not suffer, and to realize it can be delicious and satisfying, and that you can do it.
You can.
Thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome back.
Bye.
Bye.